through our next topic, that is about sentence patterns. We are having 5 different sentence patterns. Basically, most of the people don't know about this all kinds of sentence patterns. So let us learn about these different kinds of sentence patterns today in our class. So let us start with our first one, that is about what subject intransitive verb. What is meant by intransitive verb here? There is no object will be there. So in a sentence there will be no object will be there. Directly meaningful sentence is made, but there is no usage of the object. So if it is there, we call it as intransitive verb. If you go through first one examples here, we are having what here? The birds fly. What is that here? The birds fly. If you see the birds, if you see, this is what we call as subject. Okay. So what these birds are doing? Flying. So flying comes under what here? Intransitive verb without an object. So here this example comes under what here? The birds fly or flying we can tell, but there is no object from where it was started flying. So next one, if you see, the sun shines. In this example, if you see, the sun is the subject and what that sun is doing is shining. So here also directly work done by the sun is there, that is shining we call this. And next, if you see third one, that is about what? The car stopped. The car stopped. If you see, the car is the subject and what that car did here is stopped. It was stopped or it was broke down, we can tell. So here that was stopped. So where it was stopped, we not mentioned as an object here. So these are the examples for what? Subject plus intransitive verb. Intransitive verb means what? The sentences are made without object. If it is there, it is an intransitive verb we called. So next one we will go through, that is about what here? Subject plus linking verb plus subject complement. So if you see with some of the examples for understanding, if you see first example, what it is there here? Raju is a student. What I am saying here? Raju is a student. And if you see, Raju is the subject. Okay, and here linking verbs are what actually here? Linking verbs, maybe it is a helping verb will be there or else a main verb will be there. Compulsory verb is required for giving a proper meaning of that sentence. So if you see in this example, is the helping verb and this helping verb is acting as main verb here. And here it is saying that complement towards the Raju is what here? A student. So student is what? Complement. And that complement is given to whom? Subject person Raju. So that's why we called as for that complement subject complement. So here a student is what? Subject complement in this given example. So next one, if you go through next example, my friend became a doctor. So next one is what? My friend became a doctor. If you see in this also, my friend is a subject. Okay, and here became is what? Verb. Okay, that is acting as main verb and it is also known as what? Linking verb according to the pattern here. And here what complement my friend got? Is a doctor. So here work done by my friend is what? Doctor. So here this doctor is what? Subject complement. So next one, if you see, they are rich. Next one is what? They are rich. And if you see, they is the subject, are is the linking verb. Okay, here. And next, rich is the what? Complement given towards the whom? They people. So here what I am telling about these people here actually rich. So rich is the complement given towards the they. So here this rich becomes what here? A subject with complement. Subject complement is what here? Rich word. So now let us go through next one, that is about what here? Subject plus transitive verb plus object. What is that? Subject plus transitive verb plus object. And if you see with some of the examples here, Hari purchased a house. What is that here? Hari purchased a house. And if you see in this, Hari is what? Subject. And here transitive verb word is what here? Verb purchased, which is there in V2 form. And what is the object here? What he purchased? House. So here this house is acting as what here? Object. So here Hari is the subject, purchased is the verb, V2 form, and a house is what? Object. And what is meant by transitive here? Always in a given sentence, both are dependent here. Okay, both are interdependent here. Subject always depends upon the object for giving a proper meaning. Suppose if I remove the object a house. I can tell the sentence Hari purchased, but here what he purchased, it is becoming a question mark. So that's why here subject always requires object for giving proper meaning of the sentence. Next one, if you go through, what is that here? Mary always makes mistakes. So what is that here? Mary always makes mistakes, I wrote. So Mary is the subject. So here what this Mary is doing, always makes mistakes. So here always makes. So here always makes is what? Transitive verb. It is what? Transitive verb. So here next mistakes are what here? Object, which is regularly done by the Mary is what? Doing the mistakes. So this is about subject plus transitive verb plus object. And next one, if you go through, third one, he ate an apple. So here what? He is the subject, ate is the transitive verb we called as here, and an apple is what? Object. So here both are. Subject always depends upon the object for getting the proper meaning. So that is about what? Subject plus transitive verb plus object. Next one, that is about what? Subject, verb, indirect object and direct object. Let us go through with some of the examples here which was written. So if you see, first one, what it is there here? Ravi gave them sweets. First one is what? Ravi gave them sweets. And in this example, if you see, Ravi is the what? Subject we called. Gave is the verb which is there in V2 form. And them is acting as what? Indirect object here. And sweets comes under what? Direct object here. What is direct and indirect object here? Direct object in the sense, it is compulsory gives the proper meaning of the given sentence. It will give proper meaning of the sentence, that is direct object. Suppose if you remove the direct object from the given sentence, there is no proper meaning for the sentence. Like it will become Ravi gave them. But what he gave them, we don't know. So that's why your direct object is compulsory in a given sentence, whereas indirect object is acting as what here? Temporary. It is not that much necessary. Why? Because we are already getting the meaning of the given sentence. If you see here, Ravi gave sweets, we can tell. Without using indirect object, them also we are able to tell the proper sentence. So that is the difference between direct and indirect object. Indirect object is acting as what? Temporary here. Whereas direct object is compulsory in a given sentence for giving the proper meaning of the sentence. Next, we will go through next one, that is about what here? I told him a story. If you see in this also, I is the subject, told is the V2 form we can tell, and here him is acting as what? Indirect object, and a story is what? Direct object. A story is what? Direct object. So in this also same, if you make the sentence more understandable, if it is there direct object, there is a proper meaning. Like I told a story. It is a proper sentence. Suppose if I am removing a story, what will happen here? I told him. But what I told him, that was not explained properly. So that's why direct object is compulsory, whereas indirect object is, it depends upon our usage. We can use it or we cannot use it. It is a temporary one. So next one, if you see, he sent him a letter. In this example also, if you see, he is the subject. Okay, sent is the word? Send, V2, V3. And him is the word? Direct, indirect object. And here, a letter comes under what? A direct object. So here in this also, he sent a letter, we can make a sentence. And if you are adding him, it is an additional. But if you are removing him also, we are making a proper sentence. So him is what? It is a temporary, it is an indirect object in the given example. So these three examples I wrote here, and fourth one, if you see, just some of the changes made in the example. If you see here, Ravi gave sweets to them. I made some modification here. What is that here? I kept direct object. From here, direct object I kept here first after the verb. Then afterwards I used indirect object them by using the preposition word to here. So like this also we can convert Ravi gave sweets to them. So we can keep indirect object at the last of the sentence also. Again, if you go through second one also, we can write the sentence like this. I told a story to him. I can write a sentence, I told a story to him. So direct object first, indirect object next. And if you see, third one here, what it is there? He sent a letter to him. Like that we can write. He sent direct object here letter, a letter to him. So like that we can convert, and that is about what? Subject, verb, indirect object and direct object. And next we will go through with the help of subject, verb, object, complement. Object plus complement. Complement we call it subject, verb, object plus complement. Next one. So if you see in this, what it is, there are some of the examples wrote here. They called him a hero. What is that here? First one, they called him a hero. So here there is what? Subject. Called is what? V2, V3. And here him is what? Object about whom we are speaking. And a hero is what? Complement given towards the object him. So this is about a subject. They called V2 form, object is him, and about him these people are speaking. What is that here? A hero, they are telling. It is a compliment given towards the person. And next one, if you see next example, judge found him guilty. Judge found him guilty. In this also subject is what? Judge, and found is what here? V2, and here him is what? Object, and here guilty is word used to whom by the judge here? Him, a person. So here guilty meaning is what? Bad, feeling bad about his work or something done by him. So here judge found guilty by seeing a person. So here guilty is the complement in the given example. So that is about what? Subject, verb, indirect object, direct object, as well as subject, verb, object, complement. So with this we have completed about 5 different patterns of the sentences. I hope everyone understood about these sentence patterns in our class today. Thank you.